Hey, what's up, besties? So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I wanted to show you guys how you can digitally do your budget. So if you have an iPad and you're interested in doing that budget, it's literally the same thing. So if you guys are not, into the digital thing, it's literally this planner but in a digital form, so you can still follow along because your girl's not switching things up. I just want to give you guys as many options as I can. So since it's time for our paycheck to paycheck budget, I thought it would be cool if I did it inside of our budget planner. All right, so one of the things that I already did, hopefully you guys can, let me bring you guys up some more. Bring you up some more. More, please, more. All right, so one of the things that I've already went ahead and done was put my monthly budget over here, which is really cool. So the reason why I like having it in a digital form is so that I am able to just kind of like, let me turn this off right there, so that I'm able to just pull this up anywhere I go, because I usually carry my iPad everywhere and I keep my paper planner here at the house, just because I want to make sure I keep that okay. I am working on a set of stickers that will go digitally with this. It's just, y'all, all of this is like brand new to me, so I'm trying to design stuff on the low, but as soon as they come out, this will be available as well. You'll be able to grab that, but you can pick up the budget planner. It'll be on my website. You can just download it and put it into GoodNotes and it will work. So exactly the same way, this one actually just has the tabs over to the side. So where the budget planner, paper planner that you have does not have the tabs, this one does. So you have your January, you have your February, and we are in July. And up here you could click your yearly goals. So this takes you to your goals page and you'll be able to write all of those down. And then if you click back, okay, and then this has your debt trackers, so you can track all of your debts and stuff like that. So that's kind of how that works. And now let me get back to our pages here. You have all of these debt trackers that you can track in the beginning of your planner, and then you can just click over here and go to the month that you're in, and you will have your monthly calendar here, and then you have your monthly bill pay tracker, same as the planner, and then here you have your monthly budget overview. And then you also have your paycheck to paycheck budget. So that's what we're going to get into today, is the paycheck to paycheck budget. So now I'm just going to click up here. All right, so our paycheck date, and this is so behind, but you guys know y'all know the deal. All right, so paycheck date was, let me make sure my little arm don't be, I feel like I'm gonna be knocking stuff over here in just a moment. I feel it happening. Okay, so our paycheck date, and I probably can, you know what, let me bring y'all up just a little more, up a little more. Y'all remember that song by Aaliyah? Okay, all right, I think we're in a good enough space right here where you guys can see everything I'm writing down. All right, so our paycheck date is, okay, it's something about the way my hand is resting on here. It does that. Okay, so this was June 30th is the paycheck that we're going to be going through. All right, so we know that our income, we had a severance, and I'm writing with this big pen, but you can definitely take it down if you want to. Let me show you what it looks like when you take it down. So it looks more like and it's my bracelets that's doing this, you guys, so don't think it's the iPad, it's my bracelets sitting over here. So I probably need to do something better about that. All right, so you can tell the difference between the two, and I like to write with it thicker, so I'm just gonna erase that and go back into it. Okay, so I'm not trying to give you guys a tutorial on how to use it, but I wanted you guys to have the options. I had people ask me before, would I make a digital form? And so here it is for those who want one. All right, so we have our, still didn't change it back. We have vacation, okay, and we budgeted $30.93. And this is pretty much what we're going to use for this paycheck to paycheck budget, because that's pretty much what we're going to be using. All right, so first things that we have to take care of is our rent. I also had an affiliate check, and that was, I hadn't like split it up or whatever, but we're just gonna put this over here as $500 that actually came in, so that's a little bit of extra money that we can go with. All right, so our rent was $780, and that is due on 7/1. So that has already been paid, so that's not a problem. Then we have insurance, and that's due on 7/1 as well, and that is $265. All right, and then we have iTunes number 1, and that's 7/2, and that's $1641. And I really don't know how I got to that date being my iTunes. I feel like that was just like different before. And then we have iTunes number 2, and that is due on 7/13. Okay, and that is $9.99. Okay, and then we have Apple Care. All right, and Apple Care is $9.99. And I think we have Apple Care due on 7/10, as well as Zips Car Wash. Okay. Okay, and that is $15. All right, so that's what we have there for our bills and expenses. And then we need to put in our cash envelopes, child care, and sinking funds. And I'm just gonna write above here, child care. Okay, so here we have $390 that we're doing for cash envelopes. We know our child care right now is 0 because he's not in school or anything. But again, I like to keep up with everything that I have going on, just for the simple fact, in case it comes back, I want to make sure I don't skip that category going forward, because that has happened to me several times before, where I've taken something out of my budget that didn't apply for that particular, maybe that week or that month. And then when stuff will roll around, I'll be like, oh, where'd it go? You know, I wasn't checking for it. And so you always want to make sure you're putting that on there, so you have a constant reminder of when that comes back. I may have to, you know, budget for that. Or if, you know, you have irregularities if you have irregular bills that come out, so you still want to make sure you put that. So maybe it doesn't come out this month, but it comes out the next month, just still leave it on there and put your $0 on there. That way you can account for it in the event that it comes back. Or if you have some extra money, you can go ahead and pay for that ahead of time. All right, so we have that, and then and $80 for our sinking funds, which I'm actually getting ready to kind of redo and revamp those sinking funds, and we'll talk about that in another video. But I really feel like with everything I have going on, I just kind of need to revamp this so that it makes sense for what we're doing. My previous sinking funds was like traveling and doing stuff, like just stuff that I'm not going to be doing in this moment, not just because of being laid off, but because of the current climate. So things are being pushed back, so I need to adjust. You know, maybe I can put less money in this pot and put more money in this pot. Like for instance, this week would have been the week that I go to that I went to Sarah Jake's conference, but because of the pandemic, it was pushed out to next year. So due to that, I now have to continue to save up, which I've already saved, but you know, that money can go to something else if something else comes up, that type of thing. So just kind of reviewing and revamping where I have my coins going to. All right, so let's see. Let's add up our total expenses for this month. And again, we're going to be using, actually, because we know these two hit, we're going to use those two there. So let's grab our calculatrice, and we have $30.93. Well, we'll add that. Well, let's go ahead and do that. $30.93 plus 500. Okay, y'all, I must be asleep this morning. So that's $35.93, and I'm just writing it over here because I can erase that later, which is one of the perks of like using the iPad or whatever, is you can make your notes and then rewrite it, or however you feel. Okay, and then let's do everything else here. Hopefully you guys can see that. All right, so we got $780 plus $265 plus $1641 plus $999 plus $999 plus 15 plus 390 plus 80. All right, so right now we have $1566.39, which is what we're working with. And I'm just going to, I think that's everything. I'm just double checking, making sure we aren't missing anything inside of here, because y'all know how it goes. Okay. All All right, so we have 1566 as, so 1566.39. All right, and so our remaining funds would be minus 35.93, and that still puts us at, hold on, y'all. Let me make sure we added this up right. 780 plus 265, 1641, 999, 999, 15, 390 plus 80. Yeah, 1566.39. All right, so minus 35.93. That puts us at 2,000. I feel like that is so not right, but that, I guess that's more than what I would have normally Let me do this in my head, because I don't know why I'm just feeling. Okay, so let's go back. Now we got to pull this one out, because y'all know your girl is like, what is going on here? So our first paycheck, yeah, that's about right. Okay, so this was for the month of April when we had our regular pay over here. We had $20.63. Right, is what we were working with in our paycheck. And then over here we had all of our bills. I'm making sure we captured everything, and then this one actually had an oil change on there, Mother's Day gifts and stuff like that. So our total expenses for this paycheck was $1686.20. So, and that's with we have 40, that's 85, and then plus 50, so 140 added to it. So yeah, we're actually right there. Okay, so I don't know why this looks so weird to me. I guess it's because of this total here. If you subtract that, we still have, okay, so it's 2026.61 is what is left over. But again, remember, this is pretty much our only paycheck for the month. So we're going to have remaining balance of 2026.61. So all right, so I wrote this little note down here just as a reminder for me over here. So it's just to remember to pay second half of this month's bills with remaining. So what I would do now that I've gotten all of this together, and I know I have two 2026.61 left over. This is like actual cash because I already have like this on hand. I would take this amount, and so for, let's just say for our next paycheck, right? Look, I already put it on there. For our next paycheck over here, what we would be budgeting for would be 2026, right? And so we would put that in there and use that to write down all of our bills. So as you guys can see, I kind of got started. So I was doing this before, but anyway, so now you guys see where the paycheck to paycheck budget is very helpful for you, so you can kind of see where your money is, especially like for me with being laid off and not having a certain income. But this just helps me to see like what I can afford for the month, because we did it all over here where we kind of budgeted and saw what we have. So our total expenses was $2905.11, and we had a $3,093 check to come through. So that's taking care of us for this whole entire month, and so we're using that as a coverage for this month. So we're not even going to worry about the severance inside of here because it's not really that important. And shout out to everybody who's released some videos this morning. So that's how we are looking for that. So I just want to wrap this money up, so I'm just going to make a highlight here, this 2061, and then this is just going to kind of go over here so we know what we're working with. And I don't really like that. Yeah, so we'll just take this like that. Okay, so that just tells us what we're working with. I hope this was helpful for you guys. This for me is very helpful, like I said, because I can have it on the go and I can have it with me, and then I can go back in and I can put in any of these ones that I missed before. So I can go back into January, February, and I can kind of add up things, or I can just start over. And this is yours, so it's, you know, do what you want with it. You can also take this and print it out. So if you wanted a printed copy of it, you can do that as well. I find that to be very good for you to do, to if you want just the actual sheets to print out, you can have that So this just gives you different options to use. So I hope you guys will enjoy this part of the budget planner addition to what you already have. And again, I love this because you can highlight, you can write down all the stuff right there, and it's essentially the same exact thing that you see over here. It's just put into a digital form. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are doing pretty okay with this paycheck to paycheck budget. I'm interested to see as we keep going. I will be adding my income from my current job, which is working at my brother's shop as the manager, as the office manager. So I'll be adding that in. I'm not sure, again, we're getting all that stuff set up, so we'll have some of that inside of here as well. So I'm excited to see where this is going to go. I hope you guys enjoyed it again, and I'm sorry I keep rambling. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Mwah. KK, bye.